Hey, what's up guys? Jeremy here. Today, I have a whole new training project for you, and I'm very excited about it. As many of you may know, I've been creating RoboDK training content on YouTube for the last 3 years. On top of that, I'm also providing professional training on behalf of RoboDK. Over the last 2 years, I've been training teams in Europe, in Asia, and in America. Through that process, I've built an impressive amount of training material and knowledge. I shared with many how to take full advantage of the software. The team at RoboDK and I decided we should take the time to record all of it and make it available to as many users as possible through our different platforms. What you're about to watch is basically the same thing as a professional training, minus direct access to myself. You might be wondering what will be covered in this training, and the answer is pretty much everything. We will start today by installing RoboDK from scratch and setting up your software so that you have the exact same settings as I do. We will then build our way from learning the basics of the simulation environment to very advanced projects using external access, complex curve following, or multiple robots at the same time. I want you guys to be as knowledgeable as I am with the awesome tool that is RoboDK. You don't own a professional license of RoboDK? No problem. The free trial available on our website is enough to follow almost all the training. You'll be able to learn how to do simulation and offline programming. I really hope you will tag along and follow these step-by-step guides. If you do, I can ensure you will save a lot of time in your personal projects. I consider that being a training, not a lecture. So I will make sure that you have access to all the files I'll be using. This way, you can really follow along and try the different projects for yourself. Simply take a look in the description below to find the link to the files. My goal is to give you access to that content as soon as possible. Therefore, I will record myself live, without a script, and with minimum editing. Okay, now that you know what you're getting into, let's jump right into it. The first thing to do to install RoboDK is to go grab the software on our website. I will simply open a web browser. You can type in robodk.com and you can click on download. Here, you'll be able to download whatever version of the software you need according to your favorite operating system. In this case, I'll be downloading the version for Windows 64 bits. We also support Mac and Linux. It will take a few seconds to download, so while we're at it, I'm going to show you a bit what we will cover in this training. So here's a general list of the different subjects. So we will start by installing the software, small overview, navigation environment, how to deal with the robot in the environment, how to create targets, programs, how to deal with robot configuration, how to use different advanced feature of the Teach on Surface. We'll see how to create a station from scratch, import heavy 3D objects, how to do basic pick and place or advanced pick and place simulation, how to create linear rail, how to create conveyors, how to do some collision detection, how to deal with singularities, rounding, speed acceleration, cycle time analysis, reach studies, how to have multiple robots synchronized in the same station. We will go for advanced pad generation, so if you want to do pad for welding, gluing, polishing, cutting, stuff like that. If you want to do milling with a robot, with or without external access, how to do some 3D printing, how to generate the program for the robot, how to make sure that your virtual station does match with your real station so that when you are actively generating the robot program at the end of the day, things will match up. So those are the kind of topic we will cover during this training. Okay, the download is finished. So let's simply click on it. If you want to update RoboDK to the latest version, you can follow the same exact step. You just download the latest version from our website. No need to uninstall anything. You just need to install the new version on top of the one you already have. All your setting, preset and everything will be transferred from one version to the other. No worries about that. So yeah, we do often release new versions, so I would recommend you to potentially update RoboDK once a month. That would make sense. Unpack is almost done. I can click here on next, agree. And here I can select Python 3.7.3, which is needed in this case. We will need Python for more advanced feature and to generate robot programs. Here, I would recommend you to keep the text editor VS Codium. It's very powerful for free-to-use editor. I would recommend you to keep RoboDK installed in the C drive, directly on the C drive. That will simplify a lot of stuff later down the road. It's not an obligation, but I would highly recommend it. I will start installing the software. It will take a few seconds. During that time, I will quickly recommend you that if you have any questions or stuff like that, you can always go to robodk.com/forum. If you do so, you will find our online forum. We are very active in it. I answered over 1,300 messages since I joined. So it's always a good place to find information. And if you can't find the information you're looking for, ask your questions. Okay, so the setup is completed. I would recommend you to uncheck the run on robot here, run RoboDK here, and click finish, and then launch RoboDK from here, or from the shortcut that you'll have on your desktop. So here's RoboDK environment. For this video, we will do the setup that we need to do to be able to use it properly. So I will start by installing a license. So if you purchased a license, you will receive a link to a page like this one. So this one here is for temporary license, only valid for a month, but you will have the same exact interface. What you can do is either set up the license automatically or simply click here on copy to grab the license key. One thing you need to do if you want to have the license properly installed, close RoboDK, right click here, the logo, right click RoboDK and start RoboDK as an administrator. If you do that, you'll be able to record the license in your instance of RoboDK. Otherwise, you would have to put in your license every single time you will launch RoboDK. So you just need to do that once. If your computer is kind of protected because you're working in a company that has some level of IT security, you just need to have access to the administrator account for once, and that's it. So you'll then go to help and then license. You will paste your license key here, and if you have access to the internet, which you need to have to activate your license the first time, otherwise we can use a USB dongle. You need to contact us for that. It will tell you how many licenses you have and how many are in use, and the license key will appear here. You can always, now it's activated, you can always deactivate it if you want to provide the same license key to someone else. And this way you can exchange from one computer to the other. So here, and you'll see as soon as I quit here, you'll see trial RoboDK training. In this case, if it was a professional license, it wouldn't say trial, it would simply say license. So for the next video, I will switch back to my normal license. But for this one, let's run it like that. Then we will go to tools. You have language here. So if you want to select another language than English, you are very welcome to do so. For this training, I will keep English. I will most likely record another training in French as it's my first language in the future. So stay tuned for that if you are a French speaker. Let's go for tools and then option. Let's just set up your instance of RoboDK the same way as mine is set up. As it's a fresh install, I have no settings activated. I need to kind of set up my things the way I like them. So in this case, I will activate group simulator action here for the undo redo in the general tab. That will simply make the Control Z more natural, I believe. If you are the kind of person that forgets to save his work from now, sometimes you can activate here auto backup every a certain amount of time. I would recommend you doing so. Generally, I am honestly a Control S maniac, so I don't need that. I'm just Control S-ing all the time, so that kind of do the same thing. In display, you can, if you are new to robotics and you're not super familiar with the color convention for the axis. So color convention would be the red axis is X, the green axis is Y, and the blue axis is Z. If you're not super familiar with that, you can always just activate XYZ here, letters, and the little letters will appear at the end of the arrow. So that can be useful if you are new to the field. I will generally let that unchecked, but maybe sometimes I will activate it. So if you go, I would remove auto reframe when adding objects here. If you have a GPU in your computer, you can select use GPU array here. RoboDK do not require you to have a very powerful computer. I've been running RoboDK on a laptop for many years before switching recently to a more powerful desktop. The only time where you'll see a difference between a powerful and not powerful computer is if you're working with projects that have hundreds of thousands of points or multiple robots at the same time or very heavy 3D objects. But apart from that, you should be able to do it all with a normal, let's say, a laptop. I would recommend for now to remove the don't display object smaller than. You can uncheck these ones here. And personally, I remove keep rotation align. I prefer the way the navigation works if this one is unchecked. Under motion, nothing for now. Under CAD, I would highly recommend you to remove import all curves and points. We will discuss what all of those are later. Nothing in CAM for now, apart from removing auto update program, this one here. Nothing under program for now. Python, click select here at least once to select Python 37. If you have more than one version of Python installed on your computer, there will be a window appearing asking you to select a specific version. Go for 37. Then Python editor, I would recommend you to select VS Codium or any other Python editor that you are familiar with. But this one would be, I think, a good idea compared to the normal IDE. Okay, so perfect. Drivers, nothing. Accuracy, nothing. Other, I would recommend you to select open on a browser. This is just how the online library will open. I feel it's a bit faster this way compared to the embedded version, but both will do the trick. Okay, we can click OK now. And honestly, that's everything for the general setup. I will, in the next video, I will open a more advanced simulation, show you what it looks like and how you should envision let's say, your final work with RoboDK, how you should organize your work. And we will also settle down on a list of vocabulary or words that we'll use to define certain aspect of the software, or if I'm talking about a certain region or a certain set of tools, so that we have the same exact language and that you can follow along. I hope you liked it. See you in the next video.